West Bromwich Albion vs Everton FC, first of the first 2012 SelMcKenzie Selzer-McKenzie. Author D.Selzer-McKenzie. My tip: win for Everton. It is confessed that analyse, which is this Sunday on the programme, the English footballers do not have any break on the first day of the new year either, therefore we become two meetings for you. The first meeting is the duel, two teams of the table middle, WBA and Overton. The hosts are on the 9th place thanks to a point more, while the guests from Liverpool are just behind them, in which they have a meeting less on the account. Therefore everything is somehow balanced here. For this the tradition surely also speaks, which points that they have a balanced performance in the previous seasons. You also have measured their strengths in the Carling Cup in September this year, and Overton is at that time after the prolongation been better. The beginning, 1st of the 1st 2012. 13:30. This game should represent a guideline for the analysis of this duel, although the host is West Bromwich now, but this does not play a large role anyway in these teams. You obtain namely the same teams at home and to guest in this season. The team, which is led by the experienced expert Hodgson from the bench, even can say that they have played outwards much better. They also have taken 14 points along the while they have collected even 5 defeats in front of their fans. But this has not caused them any greater problems up till now, and they have got better also a little. Against what have played it in the stadium of one's own, 0:0, 6 days ago, confirms Manchester leading the last game against him City centre best. However, we also can take into consideration that they had a hard fight the whole of 90 minutes. Is not this so badly, with regard to that one of what kind of go-getters of her opponents, however, have. Their players at the very front, Long and Odemwingie, therefore have proceeded much more defensively and have not had enough assayable balls. But for them is the most important that they could continue series after 2 victories to guess behind each other, these without defeat, and to be more precise against one of the heaviest opponents of the league. You probably will try with a similar game to oppose the unpleasant Overton FC, which perhaps plays the league the most defensive football, particularly if they play outwards. What the list of West Bromwich concerns, Coach Hodgson probably will move Endurance into the first team only instead of Mulumby, while go-getters Gerrard and defenders Ray are not taking part. Expected list: WBA, Foster, Jones, Macaulay, Olsen, Shorey, Hinch, Dorrans, Brunt, Thomas, Long, Odemwingie. Overton's footballers have exactly like their next opponents played draw only in the last round, and although they have played 1-1 to guest at the Sunderland, being always better. This way they also have prolonged her series without defeat on 3 games since they have played draw only against Norwich at home in front of that, and then celebrated a minimal victory against another climber, Swansea, 2. This duel in a good mood on Sunday, therefore expecting it. We have already earlier said that Overton's game has not changed for years anymore. We therefore expect a rather defensive approach also against West Bromwich, with which have played her actually also in the last 6 rounds, games with only 1 or 2 goals obtained. Such situation they can at home because they then keep the game under control, and since the players are very good in the midfield, regard the ball for a long time best as the charges of the coach Moyes, and for a hit over their only player at the lead. Somehow wait so for the chance interfere. Because of this it is very important that Cahill and Osman have come back in the first row, during also Fellaini have sat out a game against Sunderland because of suspension and therefore should take his seat in the midfield again, while also Hating would return on the position of the inside defender instead of Distin so automatically. Not the injured midfield players Coleman and Rodwell, as well as go-getters Anicheb are also by the way. Expected list: Overton, Howard, Hibbert, Jagielka, Haitinger, Baines, Neville, Fellaini, Osman, Cahill, Drent, Saha. This here is a very ungrateful tip, but if we take into consideration that although both teams play very hard, they respectively are without defeat in a series of 3 games, they then will risk very little also this time, and that. So in any case it is worthwhile, for which the quota is also rather enticing of course, to have a try with a draw. Tip: draw. Size of stake, 3/10. Quota, Everything to 3.10 can be played without problems. 3.40 at Ladbrokes. We already think that in any case it should end with the result 0:0 or 1:1 if we then predict a draw, since it is very hard. Teams which are much stronger than in the attack and the defense. Their previous games confirm this, and to best that there has been few hits.